They say time slips away when you're not paying attention, but I learned it can also be stolen, quietly, piece by piece, until you barely notice what's missing. I never liked the ticking of my grandfather's old clock, a monstrous brass thing he insisted I keep after his funeral. It squatted in a corner of my cramped apartment, counting each second with a sharp, metallic click that drilled its way into my dreams at night. I should have paid closer attention when the ticking changed, when the clock began to skip hours, and I started waking up with scraps of memory torn away, like pages ripped from a diary. At first, it was just small things. A morning cup of coffee I didn't remember brewing, a half-finished email blinking on my laptop, my cat pawing at me as if I'd forgotten to feed him, again. But as the days passed, the gaps widened. Entire afternoons vanished, and I'd find myself standing in unfamiliar parts of the city, keys clenched in my fist, heart hammering with dread. I tried blaming stress, lack of sleep, even my medication, but the truth was harder to swallow. The clock was always ahead of me, its hands leaping hours forward, its chimes echoing in my skull. Desperate, I tried to destroy it. I unplugged it, smashed its glass face, even buried it in the alley dumpster, but each time I turned around, it was back in its corner, ticking louder and faster. One night, when the clock skipped from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. in a single, jarring motion, I saw something reflected in its cracked glass, a shadow behind me, tall and thin, with hollow eyes that seemed too familiar. I realized then what the missing hours had cost me, not just time, but pieces of myself, memories and moments I could never reclaim. Now, as the ticking grows frantic and the shadows stretch longer, I understand what my grandfather meant in his last, trembling words: never let it stop, or it'll take everything. If you hear the ticking, don't ignore it. If it skips, run. I'm writing this while I still remember who I am, but I can feel the clock getting ready to chime again. And this time, I don't think it's just hours it wants.